Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing some tips on using Microsoft's newest collaboration tool, Microsoft Loop, and how we can extend its functionality to other Microsoft-based applications like Teams and Outlook Online. Let's jump into it. Now we've already opened up Microsoft Loop and the workspace that we plan on working within. We'll click into our team decision page, and for everyone who has access to this page, this is a place for us to leverage these various components like text and tables for us to collaborate on, and in this case, help us make better decisions that we can all put our input into. Now there are various components that we can put into Microsoft Loop, and here's a list of them now. But for today's demo, we're going to go ahead and focus in on this Compare Ideas voting table. Now, this voting table will be very important for us moving forward to decide on what we plan on doing. But not everyone will want to come to the Microsoft Loop website to access this. So let's make this a little more convenient for others by putting it into other locations, like a Microsoft team post or inside of Outlook Online, as mentioned earlier. In order to do this, we'll have to convert this component into what's called a loop component. And we do this just by clicking into the component itself. On the far left-hand side, we'll have this little dot menu to select. Once we click that, we'll just do Create Loop Component. We know that we've created a component successfully because it'll have a purple border that goes around it and it'll say Component at the top left. Now on the top right, we have a few other controls available to us, the middle one being the most important in this example because it will allow us to copy this component to somewhere else. So when I copy this component, it'll grab the link. And this is a link that will work to just bring us to the component itself, back to the Loop website. Or in some cases, like what we're about to see, it'll put the component itself into wherever we're pasting it. So it'll embed it into this destination. So with this component copied, we're going to go up to Microsoft Teams and click into any of the channels that we might want to post this component into to give others access to it, and we'll go and start a post. I'm just going to title this Voting Table. And inside of the Type a Message option, just go ahead and paste that component link in there. And by default, the link will take you back to the component within Microsoft Loop, but in some cases, like we see here in Microsoft Teams, it will actually embed all of the options the component offers within the post. Now, once I hit post, it becomes a live component that people can jump into, make edits to, and that will sync back to our Microsoft Loop workspace on the back end. So if I were to come down to the bottom, add new, and I'll say maybe make a commercial. Anybody else who has access to this particular team at the moment can also make their edits to it, can scroll over to the side and make their votes as well, because it's a voting table. And if I go back to the team decision page that we worked on originally inside of Microsoft Loop, you'll notice how we have maybe make a commercial now added to this. And this works the other way. So if I make any changes here, it'll also show up on the team side. Well, I can also grab the link for this component, go into an Outlook email. As long as it's Outlook Online, I can paste this into the body of the email, and it'll do the exact same thing. So those who are going to be the recipients of this email will also have access to using this component, and it'll update live just like we saw with Teams. And it's just a quick way of showing how we can more easily collaborate using Microsoft's newest collaboration tool, Microsoft Loop. Thank you for watching this session of Tips and Tricks. Take care.